$1,000 a day for life.
Oh, yeah.
September 9th to the 22nd. Get yours today.
Covering Vernon and all of Collins County, Eyewitness News is everywhere.
Well, we're now in what's known as shoulder season.
That's the time between the end of summer and Thanksgiving, and it's important for you to know about it because it's a time when you can get some great deals on travel.
Yeah, maybe you missed your summer vacation. Well, here to talk about that is travel expert Mark Murphy, who is a friend of the Better Connecticut show. Hey, Mark.
Hey, what's happening, Scott and Kara?
How are you? Good to see you.
Coming to you from a studio in New York. Next time I'll be on that couch.
Okay,
All right, perfect, perfect. All right, so where are the deals? We want to know where the deals are. Where can we get a deal?
Get a deal to Mexico. Go down to Mexico. Great value, great properties, great people, culture, great time of year to travel because it's off season. So that's the #1 recommendation because you're going to get an unbelievable value-packed vacation if you go. I was just in Mexico last week. I'm going back as a tourist on Saturday.
But the fear factor,
yeah,
though,
everyone's worried about
Mexico and don't go there and this and.
That's because they're reading fake news. They're reading things that aren't even reported accurately. 2 weeks ago, they reported a story about murders, and they sourced it to Cancun. Technically speaking, it's Cancun, but it's way outside the tourist areas. And then they said the State Department changed their travel warning saying don't go there, which was completely made up. And then 400 outlets ran the same darn story. So to me, it's frustrating because I was there last week. I took my whole company there last month. I'm going back on Saturday. It's totally safe. The State Department actually said it's safe to go to all of the tourist areas in Mexico and for Americans to exercise normal caution with any other place they would go. Hey, let's compare it. Would you look at Chicago on a weekend? I mean, if they shoot less than 50 people, it's a good weekend, but people aren't saying don't go to Chicago or don't come here to New York where I'm at, and things happen every day.
So the other thing, where you're in New York, there are cruises that sit there, and we don't have to buy plane tickets to get on them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you've got a lot of great options. Like Royal Caribbean has a port in Bayonne, so a bunch of ships go out of there. You can go out of New York City on the west side. You've got a new terminal out of Brooklyn. So yeah, and you nailed it on the head, Carrie. You save money because you're on vacation from the time you get to the port. And my first cruise after my kids were born, I did exactly that. I drove down from Rye, 35 minutes, got to the port, parked my car. I had a 6-month-old and a 2-year-old, but I was on vacation. And it was one of the best vacations, and we ended up doing Bermuda. I think we did with celebrity cruises back then, and I'd encourage people to look at that. You've got a lot. You go to Boston from where you are at. You could come down to New York. You've got tons of options.
What about these river cruises, Mark? Are they everything that they're hyped up to be?
Yes, they are relaxing. They're cultural. You get into these little villages that would be harder to get to. You only unpack once. Low stress, and they put it together with excursions that are included in the price. And the fall, because demand to Europe drops so much, great time to go.
That looks beautiful.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
50–60% savings.
Wow.
So right now, when does it get too close and then the deals start to go away?
Well, they're going to sell out the ship. So what I would say is you look to go on, talk to a travel professional. They sell almost all of the river cruises. They will look and see what's out there in like middle to end of October, even earlier. And then there's some of them are theme cruises, like wine cruises if you're a wine drinker, and they'll do wine tastings, all sorts of cool stuff. But right now I would look at it because the prices are great. Those are going to sell out. And if you don't mind the cold, check out the Christmas market cruises because there's nothing like Christmas markets in Europe, and they start right around Thanksgiving and through Christmas, and those ships still sail. So if you don't mind the weather here, go there and have an amazing, different experience.
Mark, you can't get me on a train to go to New Haven, but yet you're saying that people should consider train
You should
travel.
go on the train. We have new service right from Hartford. It's easy.
They're trying to get you out of there. Scott, go away. Get on the train. Kicking and screaming. So, yeah, you can do like an Amtrak vacation package. Leave the car at home. Just get on the train. You're on vacation right then. So it's a little different than getting on the Metro North and coming down this way or going to New Haven. I get that. Also, Rocky Mountaineer in Canada, unbelievable experience. I've done that. You just see things that you're never going to see by car.
Do they
That's just the
stop?
reality
Do they
of it.
stop and let you off? Do you do excursions while you're on the trains, or you're just on the train?
Well, it depends. So some it's just transportation, but it's scenic transportation. Others, the tour is the train. Like in Rocky Mountaineer, you might start in Vancouver and in Banff, and you overnight in a place called Kamloops. But along the way, they're feeding you, they're giving you alcohol, you're taking pictures from the picture car, you're standing outside. It's got the the clear dome, so you can see everything from the Canadian Rockies. It's pretty cool. The train is the experience with the scenery you're going through.
All right, I'll take your word
You
for
just
it.
have to go and look. So Amtrak has vacations designed for you. Is that good for kids, or it's more of an adult thing?
It could be both. I think right now, a lot of people that are traveling are going to be empty nesters. Like, lucky me, my kids are in college now, so I threw a party when my last kid went to college, because now I can go anywhere I want, and I don't have to worry about the rugrats and whether they've got school and the teacher getting annoyed because we pull them out. They're good. They're out of my hair. So that's mostly, but if you got little ones, again, great value time, because a lot of people don't travel at this time with families, so you're going to get even more savings if you're taking down more than one room or one cabin.
His name is Mark Murphy. He's been a guest here in Better Connecticut, and we hope that you will one day return. In the meantime, continue your famous life, and we will
Take the train down.
we will touch base
I'm
with
going
you
to take the
soon.
train up there. I'll take the train to you guys.
Okay, thanks, Mark.
It now goes all the way to Hartford. All right. For more information on the deals you can get in this shoulder season, all you have to do is head to travelpulse.com.
We're going to take a TV timeout now, but we're going to be back in 2, so don't go too far.
A Dr. Oz medical mystery. Death